hosted by Matt Riches. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickers, turning data to gold. $1 trillion tickers, watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickers, turning data to gold. $1 trillion tickers. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Ticker broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. It is Sunday, July 17, 2026. Happy Sunday. Today we're going to be breaking down the $1 trillion ticker semiconductors. That's Nvidia, TSM, and AVGO. Micron is no longer a $1 trillion ticker, so Micron will not be covered in this episode. It was a rough week for this group. Nvidia finished down 3.8%. TSM had its worst week since March, down 8.2%. And AVGO also had a terrible week, down 7.2%. And even though TSM reported a strong year-over-year growth, the stock still sold off as investors questioned AI infrastructure spending, valuations, and whether expectations got too high. So this episode is all about the levels, support to the downside, resistance to the upside, smart money concept, resistance zones and support zones, gap zones, and key areas to watch for next week. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. First up, Nvidia. Okay, so as you can see on the week, Nvidia was down 3.8%, following a great week last week, up 8.2%, and a almost flat week the week prior. It was up 1.1%. But before that, it was down 8.6%. So basically, it's just been consolidating since early June, as you can see here. But it did hit this all-time high May 11th. So be aware of that. All right, let's put the levels on here. So Nvidia ended up closing the week at 202.81. So to the downside support, I got 198, followed by 195.05, 192.35, 189.80. If we do end up breaking that, I got us going to 185.75. Underneath that, we have our gap here that begins at 181.40 and goes all the way down to 178.27. To the upside resistance, we got 206.65. And then we get back into our smart money concepts resistance zone that we couldn't break out of last week. The beginning of that zone starts at 207.81. I do have a level here at 211.05 right in the middle of it. And the top of that zone is going to be 214. So be aware of that. If we somehow break out of that with some strong volume, I got us going to 217.25. And then we have another smart money concepts resistance zone, which begins here at 221.60. So be aware of that, y'all. Next up, we got TSM. Look at this. Terrible week. Down 8.2%. Look at this, y'all. So after hitting an all-time high at the end of June, it sold off for the past, well, last week it was basically flat, but this week down 8.2%. And it's back where it was in mid-May. So it did get into the smart money concept support zone. It definitely saved it because it went to the bottom of this support zone before bouncing up on Friday. So it definitely got saved by the zone here. Well, the zone did its job. We knew it was a lot of buyers in there. based on when the zone began in May. All right, so the closing price was $398.37. To the downside support, I got 386, followed by 385.10, 380.65, 375.80, and then we have another smart money concept support zone, which begins at 370.28 and goes all the way down to 360.66. Okay, to the upside resistance, we got 404.70, 410.25, 415.95, 421.95, 429.90, 432.90. All right. Let's turn on the AVGO and see what the AVGO says. We haven't turned on the AVGO for a while on this show. So, okay, so the AVGO gave us a strong sell on Monday, the 13th. The entry was 421.58, and it did hit TP1 and TP2. So TP3 based on the AVGO is going to be 372.35. So great call for the AVGO. So that's what we got on TSM. Let's actually check out the AVGO for Nvidia as well. So the AVGO had gave a buy here last Friday. It did go up, but not enough, and it reversed hard. So it probably got a sell on a 4 hour. Let's see. Yep. So it got a sell right here. Oh, at Friday at 1 in the morning. So yeah, I prefer the signals to come when the market is open, not when the market is closed. All right, next up, let's go to AVGO. Let's check out the weekly first. Bad week, down 7.2% on the week. All right, it ended up closing at 370.83. And as you can see, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it was trying to go into our smart money concepts resistance zone, but it ended up rejecting, which is what it's supposed to do. It's a lot of sellers in those zones, and then it ended up actually gapping down. Well, not gapping down, but it did gap down and then it filled the gap. But down on Thursday, down 5%. Down on Friday, almost 1%. Ended up closing at 370.83. To the downside support, I really don't have a level in between here. So I really don't have a level until 357.80. Underneath that, we got 351.50, 347.75, 343.90. Underneath that, we got the gap that starts at 342.54 and goes all the way to 343.13. For the upside resistance, I got 377.35, 386.75, and then back into our smart money concept resistance zone, which starts here at 392.20. If we do get into that gap, I got a level at 395.89, 399, 402.25, and 407.50. All right, let's check out the AVGO, see what we got. The AVGO got faked out. Faked out on AVGO the same way it got faked out on Nvidia. Let's check out a smaller time frame and see if we got a sell signal here. We did get a sell signal here on Monday, though it did consolidate on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it ended up hitting TP1 on Thursday and TP2 on Friday. So if you had patience for this sell, on Monday, then you would have hit TP2 by Friday, which was the entry was 383.86, and the take profit was 371.12. So that's a nice $12 move right there. All right, so that's what we got, folks, for our $1 trillion ticker semiconductors. Nvidia, TSM, and AVGO. MU is no longer a $1 trillion ticker. It's sold off. It's been selling off crazy, y'all. Let me see. MU is worth $958 billion. So MU is no longer a $1 trillion ticker, and until it becomes a $1 trillion ticker, it will not be discussed. Next up, Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it? Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
Shout out to everybody on YouTube Live. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.